Once again, congratulations on becoming an APSD certified home stager. This video will serve as a quick overview on how you can access and also program your done-for-you home staging website. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see what we have created for you. This is a pre-done website using a very powerful theme in WordPress. It is already loaded up on your specified domain name, and all the features in here, everything from the photos to the navigation bar to the social media icons to the graphics, can all be customized by you. So I'm going to show you exactly where you can do that in a general sense. If you want to do some very custom changes to this website, it certainly can do that. It can handle any type of custom programming, but you probably are going to have to get a webmaster if there's something really specific that you want to do. Over on the left-hand side is the WordPress dashboard. This is what controls the look and also the content of your website. So I'm going to show you a few different places where you should probably start with in order to get your feet wet, and before in no time you'll literally be able to jump into your website and make a quick post and change your front page, add a cool little event or news or maybe a new service that you're doing, or add a new picture to your home staging portfolio, or something that, or another testimonial that someone said about your services as a home stager. So it's very easy to use. It's just a matter of getting comfortable with the environment. So within the WordPress dashboard, again, this is what controls all the content, all the images, all the headings, and all the navigation bars within your website. So posting is very simple. There's actually a couple examples we already put in here for you, so you can actually start just creating a post and seeing where it shows up on your website. This is very similar to when you go and post on somebody else's blog, very conversational, information rich, and don't be afraid to toot your own horn here inside your posts, because that is exactly what will populate your website over here. So that's where you do that. You click on Add New, you put in your title, and you start typing. And I would categorize the post so actually you're telling the website where to put it. So if it's a latest news or events related thing, that's going to appear on the right hand side over here in your website, so make sure you categorize your posts accordingly. If it's a testimonial, then just make sure you click this box. And also if it's a feature post, in other words maybe a great article that you've written and it's just very informative, then I would make sure you put it in that category, and that'll appear down here on your front page as either feature post 1, 2, or 3. So that's where you actually add new posts. Very, very simple. Pages is actually what shows on your website as far as the main navigation bar. So we've put already in place for you home, about us, contact, home staging portfolio, services, and testimonials. So you can also build sub pages, like live staging is a sub page right here of home staging services. So once you hover over the heading here with a mouse, that little pop-up box comes up. You can create as many or as little of these as you wish. Just like we created a post, when you create a new page, it's going to add it to the top here somewhere, depending upon what you specify. So maybe you want to add a new type of staging service. You'd put a title here, you'd describe the service, and then you would say which page does this this particular new page belong to. And if you say, well, you want it to be a part of the home staging services, then you have created another drop down here under home staging services. If you just want to create a brand new page that's a main page that will appear at the top, you simply just leave this blank. So it's very simple to add a page. Once again, make sure that you make sure it's your own voice, and also if you have photos to go along with the post, that is going to be even more effective. People love photos on their website, and it's a wonderful thing to share. The other place Third place that I'd recommend you get very familiar with on your website is the Appearance tab. So on your left-hand side over here under Appearance, this is where you specify everything from your themes to your header to your background, so forth and so on. I'm just going to show you a couple areas which are very important, kind of get you started in customizing your website. So as you can imagine, a good area to start with would be Customize. And this particular area is where you set some very basic things. So your site title, your tagline, the colors of your site, your header image, maybe you put your company image here instead of the APSD image. You can choose whether or not you want to have a background image, and also you can control all the different areas here that are in the footer of the page. That's where you do that. Also under Appearance, besides the Customize button, the other place I would suggest you get familiar with is under Theme Options. Theme Options, this is a very powerful portion of your site. So you can choose your home page layout. If you would like it to stay where it is on default, just leave it where it is. If you would like to customize which post is actually appearing here under Welcome Message, then you can certainly select which post, and literally it is a post. So when you finish doing some posts like I showed you before up in here, then this is where you can actually choose as to which post you'd like to have appear maybe as a welcome message on the main website. In addition, you can specify which posts you would like to have appear either under this latest events and a news section or under this featured post sections. This is where you do that. And you can also add blog posts, portfolios, testimonials, events, so forth and so on. So I do encourage you to get familiar with this area. But just very quickly, I'll show you another little drop down here. So if you want to make sure that your welcome message post appears as your feature post 1, that's where you would do that. And then maybe as your feature post 2, you choose a little article that you wrote and put in there as a post on the site. So that's where you do that kind of customization. In addition to that, you can also customize some of your basic settings. So you may have noticed at the top here as an example, there's a phone number after call us. You change that right there in this particular section. So I would suggest you would put your number on there instead of ours. If you would like to change your logo, actually this site specifically doesn't have a logo. If you'd like to update your logo, this is where you would do that. The slider settings also allow you to choose which particular photos appear within the slider section. And you can also actually choose to have the slider share a post as well. So once again, there's a lot of things that you can do in here. You can slow the speed of the slider up or down. I suggest that you just get familiar with it and see what best suits your style. You can also specify the sidebar as to whether or not you want to show latest events or show testimonials. You can enable these or disable these. The social links is a very powerful place. On your website, in the upper right hand corner, you'll see these little icons appear. As soon as you start putting values in these fields, in other words, you put your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your YouTube page, if you have Flickr or Vimeo or StumbleUpon or Instagram, you want to put your pages in here because that is what will link your social media site to your website. And as of most of you are familiar with, that's something very effective in today's world that you definitely want to do. You can disable this if you wish. And then under General Tools, if you're really fancy and you want to make sure you track the number of people that come to your website, you can get yourself a Google Analytics account and paste the code into here. Custom CSS goes into here, which that's where probably you would need the help of a webmaster if you're not already familiar with how to do that. And then also at the bottom of the page where it says address, find us, that's where you would want to probably put your own address in there specific to your business. So once again, we have created a home staging website for you, pre-populated with some of the typical or traditional navigation buttons. We've also, on those navigation buttons, made sure that we put in there a response form for your customers. But I would suggest that you need to go through the website once again and make sure you start populating it with your own pictures, your home staging portfolio, some success stories from your customers. You want to populate that in the testimonials. You want to populate your About Us site or page, so it tells a little bit more about your business. And then I shared with you earlier on in the video how to customize everything here on your home page. So we do feel as though that we've given you a really good head start on having a presence on the web very quickly as a result of completing your APSD certification course. And lastly, we showed you, of course, the dashboard within WordPress. Once again, congratulations on becoming an APSD certified home stager. We hope that this video tutorial helps you get started and have a bunch of fun, and we wish you all the success.